Today is Halloween. Instead of preparing pumpkins and dressing up for tonight's parties, a group of residents in Cockburn and Beeliar decided to step out to protest at the Bibra Lake about the Road A highway project that the Barnett Government decided to push through without Prime Minister Kevin Rudds' agreement on the federal aid. The protesters rolled out big banners, raising their hands into the air and yelling the mottos to show their disagreement to the media. Now this is the location, the end of the road highway, and it now links to Guanana Freeway. This is the end of Stage 7. Stage 8 is proposing to go all the way straight through the Beeliar wetland and over into Connect Forest Road and into Fremantle, and this is where the distribution of the wetland starts. Residents that attend this rally told us that the highway is unenvironmentally friendly and wasting taxpayers' money.
I'm against it because on environmental grounds it's a complete and total disaster. The scientific evidence is there to prove that this will cause degradation to an endangered species in the area, and on pragmatic grounds it's a colossal waste of taxpayer money.
The Safe Beeliar wetland representative Azari Rochelle tells that this wetland has a lot of rare animal species and protecting it means preserving the future. What makes the main focus?
As you can see, these are very beautiful, precious wetlands. They have rare species in them. There's a Chinese black cockatoo, which is extremely rare, and lots of other fauna and flora. And in this day and age, you'd think that most politicians would be aware that we need to preserve natural areas for the future. It is enough, and unfortunately building more roads doesn't solve the problems that we've got on Leach Highway. That's why we need to have other options, getting cars off the road and having light rail. The more roads you build, the more congestion you unfortunately get, more traffic congestion. So it's a very short-term solution. It isn't even a solution. So really they should be looking at more creative ways of working with traffic.
Covenant of Kenhurst Park friendly Eddie Walter also expressed the concern about this highway project may bring a death blow to the wildlife animals.
We've been fighting for a very long time for the protection of threatened species, for our wetlands and for migratory birds, and in particular this area is used by the white-tailed black cockatoo, which is a symbol of the Beeliar Wetlands organisation. It's a threatened species that used to have hundreds of thousands in the Perth area. But because of urbanisation and clearing of trees, there are very few left, and this road project would end up clearing a lot of trees that the birds use as feed and also as a roost. So it would be very destructive to their habitat.
Fremantle Labour MP Melissa Parke, who also attended the rally, has accepted our interview yesterday before the anti-Road 8 demonstration. She reinstated that the main reason for this opposition is for the environment, and the Rudd government has spent $1.3 million to improve the transit system.
Well, I think that we do need to use our roads more intelligently. We need to explore ways to decrease personal road use and road freight. And I note that in the WA Carpenter-Gallop government, that was the state Labor government, achieved a 1,200% increase in the number of containers moving through the Fremantle port by rail between 2002 and 2006. And so the federal government invested this $1.3 million in network intelligence in order to improve infrastructure and freight travel information to improve the efficiency of freight vehicle. Road would be environmentally destructive and would also do enormous damage to Indigenous heritage in the Beeliar wetland site.
Cockburn City Mayor Logan Howlett says the money for Road A should be spent on infrastructure for public transport, and now's the time to look at the future.
More importantly, we need to get people out of cars and onto public transport, and that's where the money that the government does have, both at federal and state government level, should be directed at public transport, improving that infrastructure. Well, I think they should be looking to the future for their children, their grandchildren and their children. And it's not just about wanting to get from A to B quickly. It's more important to say we need to protect our environment.
On the other hand, the Barnett Government's WA Transport Minister O Brien has given out this media statement to the Cockburn City Herald to back up the support on the Road A highway project. He says planning is progress on track to ensure that this project is delivered as early as possible for the benefits of all Western Australians. He also added that it is inconceivable that the community would consider this move, as being more about a short-term party political necessity than about the state long-term infrastructure requirements. So finally, there is a choice to make. It's either to choose city development or to choose environmental protection. The Road Highway Stage 8 has just drawn a new line for this heated debate. Ivan Leong, DHK News.